This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Yeah.
Oh, I love that belt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be Conrad.
Yeah.
Because you'll just say,
hey, listen to the music here. It's echoing through the arena.
He stole it like a common thief. He went and got it. Stole it. Sounded like an invitation to me. He never beat Dibiase. Well, Dibiase never beat anybody for the belt either. He created it. He certainly did. You got $1 million bucks, and to me, that's not a recognized title anyway. Right now, let's take it to Jake the Snake Roberts.
Track it.
Jake the Snake Roberts, the match is at hand.
Well, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Here we are at WrestleMania, and it's the biggest match of your career. Why? Because everything you stand for is on the line, namely the $1 Million belt. Oh, yeah, it can be yours once again. You see, all you have to do to get it back is go through Damien and me. But you see, Damien and I don't forget. We remember all the times you made people grovel for your money. These were people far less fortunate than you. People who could use your money for essentials. And what did you do? You made fun of them. You humbled them, and you humiliated them. Well, now it's my turn. I'm going to make you beg, DiBiase. You are going to get down on your hands and knees. This time, you'll be the one that's humbled. This time, you'll be the one that's humiliated. And this time, you will be the one that grovels for the money. And how appropriate that the money you grovel for is your very own. A victim of your own greed, wallowing in the muck of avarice.
Longfellow couldn't have said it better.
Man, one of the absolute best promos in wrestling history. Certainly Jake's favorite promo. I had an opportunity to watch some old wrestling with Jake once, and he said, "Hey man, you got the WrestleMania." This is before the network. He said, "You got the WrestleMania 6 interview," and I played it. And man, he like jumped up after and clapped his hands. And he's like, "God damn, that fucking gets my blood going." He may have even made a joke about that. Makes me hard. But what a great promo, and what a cool acoustic setting this was in the Sky Dome. I forget who it was, but somebody, it may have been Alan on Twitter, who pointed out that the acoustics here were just outstanding. Listen to Jake's music just sort of echo through too.
Out with nothing but a snake in the bag. That could be. But wouldn't you love an opportunity for the $1 million? I'd love to see DiBiase steal Damien. I'd like to see that too.
Weighing 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
And you hear the way the crowd echoes, but you hear the way Finkel's voice echoes. But the $1 Million Man theme in particular, when he's like doing the evil laugh in the middle of the song,
right?
It just echoes through with the ladies yelling money, money, money. It's just tremendous. What a great job production wise. And to really show you sort of the stark contrast of how far ahead the company was, you know, go watch a show from 1990, even a big show like Great American Bash 1990, where Flair would finally drop the world title to Sting. And they had a tremendous tag match underneath. One of my all-time favorites, the Wild Eyed Southern Boys and the Midnight Express. And they did a good job with that. You know, the lighting was good, and they dropped the big Sting head filled with fireworks after he wins. But God damn, it pales in comparison to the scope and presentation of WrestleMania, does it not?
Oh, you're exactly right, JR.
That's exactly right, JR.
Yeah, no, you are right. And you really are. And another thing, I liked Okerlund saying Longfellow could not have said it better.
Tremendous.
Just trying to punctuate on that. A story about this match that I don't think it's going to come through here, and it's a story that has nothing to do with what happened inside the ring. I had my assistant when I had an assistant producer when I was a producer of Coliseum Videos. Her name was Leisha Murphy. Leisha was a very good friend of the family. She would babysit the kids sometimes. As a matter of fact, after I moved to Atlanta, came to Atlanta to see us. The unfortunate thing is that Leisha's no longer with us. But she was my assistant, and she really loved Ted DiBiase. Was really a fan of Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man. So when we did a Coliseum video, this show was really about 3.5 hours. But when we do a Coliseum video, we had to cut 30 minutes out of it because we had to keep the main event intact, Hogan and Warrior. It means we had to cut 30 minutes out somewhere else, do pull-ups. So I really pulled up this match, and she and I got into this biggest argument because she thought that this match was so good and the storyline was so good that we shouldn't cut anything out of this match. And I cut a lot of it out. And she was so mad at me. I remember when I'm thinking, okay, we'll cut this out. She said, can't do that. So we got to do this. And the editor is in front of the editor and, punching the buttons and everything. And we're editing. She got so mad, she walked out on the edit session.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't know why that sticks out with me more than the match itself. Because her argument was, I said, we're going to cut it out here. She said, no, the snake bag has been moved. And it doesn't look the same. And I said, Leisha, God damn it, stop it. We got to cut this shit out. Isn't it amazing? Things you remember about my final edit session.
And then you loaded up the truck and
moved to Beverly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this match, and see, you would do pull-ups to where, one of the best places to do a pull-up was if somebody would be thrown out of the ring. Okay. And then let's say 3 minutes later, he was thrown out of the ring again.
Oh, so you just clip all that out.
Clip all that out and have him come back to the ring second time.
Gotcha.
That was the best way to do it. And then, of course, we had all the ISO reels, too, so we could always cut away to something else. And, editing, pulling up matches, or what we called back then ISOing matches, were really a lot of fun. Because you could be creative, and then you go back and you watch the match again and say, yeah, that worked. I really enjoyed doing that, ISOing matches.
So Tony, while we're all sort of quarantined here, what's been your go-to food? Like, do you have one food you found yourself eating more of or less of? Has your diet changed any at all, or is it just same old, same old?
No, my diet's changed a little bit. I still eat the hummus with the pretzel chips. I still eat power bars. I still eat a Belvita biscuit or two for breakfast. But my go-to for dinner has been, like this, chicken salad.
Huh?
Do you have a chicken salad chick in Huntsville?
Unfortunately, I do.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's for old ladies.
Well, I like it.
When I got talked into it once, not knowing what I was. Mom just said, let's go to lunch. And so I walk into that thing and look around and I'm like, where the fuck am I? It's like I was on the set of fucking Rosie O'Donnell show.
Okay. See, then the mistake you made was you should have gone in. They have a refrigerator right there. Open up that refrigerator with a glass door and pull out some of those things to take home.
You're not allowed to do that here. You have to.
That's the only way you can eat it here now is you go in. They don't allow you to sit down in the dining area now and take it home with you.
Yeah, you can't go in. You got to sit outside.
Okay. But man, do I love Olivia's Old South. Oh, I'm not going to say anything more because they're not advertising with us, but
I will say this, when you come over to watch WrestleMania, there will not be any chicken salad.
Okay. Been doing a lot of Chick-fil-A drive-thrus as well, as people who have watched us on Patreon know. Yeah, that's kind of been it. And we ordered pizza last night.
What kind did you get?
We got Jets Pizza. You ever had Jets Pizza?
I love Jets Pizza. It used to be a staple here in Huntsville. Now it's gone. I first had it in Franklin, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. I used to get the Crazy Eights or whatever it is, 8 Crazy Corners, or
Right.
it's like a deep dish with the burnt ends. It's good stuff.
It is. I'm surprised that it left Huntsville because
Didn't
there are
make
plenty. Then there's Flippin' Pizza. Have you ever had a Flippin' Pizza?
I have not, but talk to me about your toppings. That's what I meant, not necessarily a brand. What's your go-to? We know you eat hobo food, so in my head, you're trying to call up and say, do you have any Vienna sausages and sardine pizzas available? Extra anchovy.
No, you'd be surprised that my favorite pizza is cheese pizza.
Oh God, you're Kevin McAllister. You're a fucking 9-year-old.
That's exactly right, JR. That's what I like. I like cheese. I like extra mozzarella. And if you want to sprinkle Parmesan or Romano on it or Pecorino, I'm for it.
Wait, you like pecorino?
Pecorino cheese. You never heard of Pecorino cheese?
I don't know anything about pecorino.
Pecorino is it's like a Romano. It's a hard cheese that you grate and you sprinkle on it.
Alrighty.
I thought at one time they had the Pecorino cheese bowl in Huntsville between Sneed State and Georgia State. What are the fans doing? Are they doing the wave?
Well, this is probably the part you tried to edit out. You've probably never seen it.
Yeah, see that? They're standing up. Okay.
Next up, we're going to get a backstage interview that I'm sure you're going to have some fun with. Akeem, Big Boss Man. Come on.
George Gray.
Great friend of the show.
And the late but great Ray. Can't remember his last name. 1, 2, 3. Two again. One of the real good kids was Ray, boss man. Nice young man. We were golfing one time with Big Boss Man.
Really? I didn't take him as a golfer.
He wasn't really, but he went with us. And he hit one into the woods. And it was me and the Boss Man and Kip Fry. And I can't remember who's with us in the foursome. And he got into the woods and I was standing there beside of him. And he said, "What should I do with the shot?" And I said, "Just rear back and hit as hard as you can. Don't worry about where it goes." And when I said that, everybody else in the foursome ran out of the woods. Like, fuck, we're going to be hitting the head with the ball. And sure enough, he reared back and hit it, and it smacked off like 4 trees. Bam, 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 bam. And rolled back out in the fairway. And he thought, man, it's the greatest thing ever.
Greatest thing ever.
He was just excited about it. He was just a country boy who didn't golf that much, who was just excited to be out there with us. These two guys are busting their ass here.
Oh man, they're pulling out all the stops. They're working real hard. And Ted would write about this match in his book. My contest at WrestleMania 6 was probably one of my most enjoyable matches, simply because it was a really good match and so easy to work with Jake. We didn't have to talk that much in the ring or plan things in advance. It just came together. Jake had great ring psychology. In my estimation, if Jake would have kept himself clean, I believe he would be in Stanford right now working for Vince McMahon on the creative team.
Great mind for the business. Of course, he grew up in the business. And I'm really glad to see that Tony and Cody are using him now. I think it shows a lot that Jake and the personal problems that he's had, which are well documented, now can get back into wrestling, be it, not a real big part right now, but I'm just glad they're using him. Makes me feel good. I'm glad they're using him. Glad they're using Arn and Tully and Dean Malenko and Billy Gunn, Jerry Lynn. I'm glad they're using all these guys. I think it's important. I think it's important you remember the past, and I think it's important that you realize that the guys from the past have a great, can be a big part of the business now, can lend their hand, lend their knowledge. So I like that. And then there's Virgil, which they've used. Mike Jones.
By the way, Dwayne, we're at 2 hours, 30 minutes, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55.
Yeah, this is a good one. And the $1 Million Man is your winner.
There it is.
Count out, not that a good of a finish, but still a good match. Get him. Get that belt. Love that belt, man. God.
And there it is. By the way, WWE still owns it. It's in possession of, or said Ben Brown's possession right now. And there are 3 real diamonds on the back. I think it's 3.
Ben Brown is their gimmicks guy, or their?
He's the WWE archivist. I've said that in this same show multiple times.
Okay.
You wanted him to weld you something to take your wife upstairs.
What?
Yeah. A few minutes ago, you asked if Ben Brown could make a chair that would go upstairs for Lois. He's the WWE archivist, but I'll see if he can take up shop, maybe hit a trade school, learn a few things about welding. Get you
hit a trade school. My name's Ben. I'm gonna go to trade school for a month. Why? Just to build something for Schiavone so he'll shut the fuck up?
Trade school's closed right now, by the way.
I bet they are.
He's probably got to just look it up online.
Well, you can't do a trade school online.
Yeah, you can do every school online.
No, trade school, you got to have a hands-on.
No,
you can't just click on a computer.
Yeah, you can.
No, you got to get it in front of a lathe.
I'll let you know.
Or a jigsaw.
I'll have you know, Matt Kuhn is teaching music lessons on Skype.
Well, he's a con man anyway.
Whoa. Are you suggesting
yes,
Matt Kuhn, who we know is an environmentalist because he beats off into a trash can, are you telling me that he is a con man?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it. Just thought there'd be more to it. What do you think of the big explosion where the money went everywhere into this big cloud? I thought that was a cool look. And you see Jake looking around the crowd and going to go deliver $100 to Mary Tyler Moore.
How about that? Take a look at that set of teeth. Britt Baker have a field day with that.
I love Jake's look here.
He was a cool motherfucker, buddy. Wait, yeah. He actually still is. You see the promo he did on the campfire recently?
Of course.
Yeah, great stuff.
Do you ever think he would do back-to-back empty arena matches?
No.
It's weird times, man.
Back to back to back. As long as we can still do it, we're going to see empty arena matches for quite a while, I would think. You may end up seeing some footage. I don't know. Can I tell you something?
Please do.
Fuck a fucking snake.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay?
Like,
I decided last night I was going to.
hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.